In this video, we are going to look at algebraic long division. Now, before you start your algebraic long division questions, there are a few things that you need to remember. Always make sure that you have plenty of space to do your question. Make sure to write clearly and neatly, so you will not get lost in your own work. And when you write the question to do the division, make sure you write from the highest indices to the lowest. Even if the question was given to you muddled up, you need to make sure you write from the highest to the lowest. So let's start doing this question. So we will look at the first term only and think, how can you get x cubed from an x? If you divide x cubed from an x, you get x squared. So if you times x squared and x together, you can get x cubed. So what we are going to do is, we're going to divide x cubed from x. Not the minus 3, just the x. So if I do that, I would have x squared. Now what we do is, we times this x squared with this x and write underneath the x cubed. So if I do x squared times x, I get x cubed. Now I cannot stop there, I have to now take into account the minus 3. Now I times x squared with the minus 3, so I get minus 3x squared. So now I need to do the takeaway. So I'm trying to write as neatly as I can because I do not want to make a mistake as I go along. So now I would take away. If I take away x cubed from x cubed, that's 0. If I take away plus 3x or positive 3x from a negative 3x, that will become 3x take away 3x, which is going to be actually 6x squared. Okay, and I haven't done anything to 15x and 9, so I just write it down as it is. Okay, now I'm going to look at all of this, and this is what I'm going to divide. So again, we are only looking at the first term. So now I have 6x squared, which I need to get from x. So if we divide 6x squared from x, we are left with a plus 6x. So 6x times x would give me 6x squared. Okay, now I do 6x times the minus 3, which is going to give me a minus 18x. And then I'm going to do my takeaway. So 6x squared take away 6x squared is 0. 15x, negative 15x, take away negative 18x, which is going to be negative 15x, take away, which would give us a positive 18x. So therefore, this is going to be a plus 3x. Okay, and then nothing for the minus 9, so I just write it there. Now I have plus 3x minus 9, but I'm looking at the first term again. First term here is 3x. How can I make a 3x from the x? I need to times it by a plus 3. Plus 3 times the x is 3x. Plus 3 times the minus 3 is a minus 9. So 3x take away 3x is 0. Minus 9 take away minus 9 is also 0. So therefore, it's a 0. So x minus 3 is a factor of this polynomial. Therefore, we do not have a remainder. Remainder is 0. So our answer for this question is x squared plus 6x plus 3. When x cubed plus 3x squared minus 15x minus 9 is divided by x minus 3, we are getting x squared plus 6x plus 3 and no remainder. Let's look at another example. In this question, we are required to divide the polynomial 4x to the power of 4 minus 17x squared plus 4 by 2x plus 1. Now, as you can see here, we do not have the x cubed or the x in this polynomial. However, we still need to take them into account when we're actually doing our division. Now, as I said before, I am going to write this clearly and neatly, and I've got plenty of space to do my question. And I'm going to make sure that I write the x cubed and x and in the order of the indices. So I'm going to write 4x to the power of 4 first, then minus or plus, because there is no x cubed, so I could just write plus 0x cubed, or I could write minus x cubed. It doesn't matter. And then I'm going to write minus 17x squared from the question, and then plus 0x, because there is no x here, and then plus 4. Now everything's in order of the indices 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Then I'm going to write my division sign here, and I'm going to do it as neatly as I can, so I will not get lost in my own work. So this polynomial is now divided by 2x plus 1. Now just like before, I'm only looking at the first term. So 4x to the power of 4 divided by 2x. Now if you're not sure to do it in one go, in mental math, it's okay to write it as a short note and try to find the answer. If you can do it in one go, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to just use my cancelling out method. So 4 divided by 2, there's 2 remaining. X to the power of 4 divided by x, which is going to be x to the power of 3. So this is 2x cubed. So 4x to the power of 4 divided by 2x is 2x cubed. Then I'm going to start the multiplication. So 2x cubed times the 2x will give me the 4x to the power of 4. 2x cubed times the plus 1 will give me 2x to the power of 3. Now I'm going to do the takeaway step. Write it neatly. 4x to the power of 4, take away 4x to the power of 4 is 0. Now 0x to the power of 3, take away 2x to the power of 3 will give me a minus 2x to the power of 3. Nothing for 17x squared, so I'm just going to write it like that, plus the 0x, plus the 4. Then again, I'm going to look at the first term of this polynomial here. So I have minus 2x to the power of 3. I need to divide it by 2x. So that is going to give me minus x squared. Then I'm going to do the multiplication. Minus x squared times by the 2x will give me minus 2x cubed. Minus 2x squared, minus x squared times the plus 1 will give me minus x squared. Okay, then I'm going to do the subtraction again. So minus 2x cubed, take away minus 2x cubed, 0. Minus 17x squared, take away x squared would give me a minus 16x squared. And nothing for the remaining. I'm just going to write it like that. So now I have minus 16x squared. I need to get minus 16x squared from the 2x. So I would divide minus 16x squared from the 2x. Again, if you wish to simplify it first, it is perfectly fine. If you can't write it straight away, that's okay. Okay, so minus 16x squared divided by 2x will give me minus 8x. So I'm going to write it here, minus 8x. So minus 8x times minus 2x is minus 16x squared. Minus 8x times the plus 1 will give me minus 8x again. So then I'm going to do my subtraction again. So 16x squared take away 16x squared is just 0. Again, we do not need to write that. Just going to erase that. So 0x take away 8x, which is going to be a plus 8x. Okay, and then plus 4 as it is. Now I'm going to divide 8x from the 2x. So I should have a plus 4. When I do plus 4 times by the 2x, I'm going to get 8x. So I'm going to do that step now. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times plus 4 plus 1 is a plus 4. So it simplifies to 0. Now we can see, therefore, our answer is 2x cubed minus x squared minus 8x plus 4, which would mean 2x plus 1 is also a factor of this polynomial.